Hi everyone, I wanted to talk about our next series, which is going to be our watercolor flowers, and this is going to go 13 weeks long. I brought Goose with me to say hello and to show you the different supplies that you might need for this series. So Goose has places to go, but we will get into this for a second. So it's going to be our regular supplies like we usually have, which is watercolor paints, water, and a towel. I like a towel versus a paper towel. We have a little spray bottle here, some kind of a heat tool or an old hair dryer, pencil. Do I have a pencil? Well, I have my son's pencil, a Crayola, pencil and an eraser. Okay, and then here's what's going to vary from before is I think that you will be really happy if you get some kind of acrylic paint pens. And so these are just an example of what they look like because I don't have the package anymore, but I will link these in the description box. So if you wanted to get them ahead of time before you start, I just think you'll be happy. And I've compared two different sets. I like this one better for sure. And then also a white crayon, if you can get a white crayon or a small box of crayons. I really think you'll like having this as well. Then we have, I like to use some sort of ink at the end, which can always be like a micron pen. I have things kind of scattered around right now, but, or this is an ultra fine point Sharpie, which I use a lot. Actually, I don't think we're going to be using this a lot on this series at all. Actually, we're not going to be outlining anything, but there is a different one, that I'm going to try to find something similar to this. I don't know if I can find this exact same one, but it's like this. It's a fine point. Let's see if it says on here. Yeah, it just says fine 0,4. But this, I got this one at Michael's, but I don't know if you can see the tip on it is very, very tiny, but this is a gray. I like this, or I like a pencil to sort of like darken up our pencil lines or just add a little bit of depth. And I think you'll find that you will really like this too to work with watercolors. So I'll find something similar and link that for you. And so that's kind of our supplies. And then for paper, like, notice that this is an actual sketchbook paper. So this one is 9 inches by 12 inches, the Canson brand of watercolor paper. I like it because it's a 140-pound cold press. And what I find is that if I use a watercolor paper that's thinner than this, my paint will like leak. It'll go out of the shape that I wanted it to be in. A lot easier. Like I never experienced that with this paper, but if I have a thinner paper, for sure I'll struggle. So it's one of those things where I think it's worth it. I don't think that the price is much different than a thinner paper. So I would recommend that. I'll have that linked below as well. And, you know, I think we'll either... Okay, so first I want to tell you that we are going to do videos like this. We'll have for each Wednesday, we'll have a sketching video of a flower and a separate video of painting that flower. There's a free printable for this one, and it looks like this. And this is just a simple version of a sketch of each of the flowers we'll be doing throughout the series. So if you were like, I don't want to sketch with her, I don't want to do it. Maybe I'm too chatty. I don't know. I might be. You can like just look at this and sketch your own. You could either do them all together on one paper like this. So this is what it looks like in the end, along with like the name of each flower next to it. It's kind of cute, sketchbook vibes. Or you can put them on a separate piece of paper throughout the whole series. They do not work perfectly all on like a square paper because you notice a lot of them have stems, which I think is really beautiful. Things like that just add an element of beauty, I guess. Okay, so this is the printable. So there will be sketching video, there will be painting video. Those are going to be separate, okay, separate things. And then, yeah, when you do it, you can do it any way that you want on any paper that you want. We won't be doing the ink, so this will be a challenge too to get your colors and your values the way that you want them. I will tell you ahead of time that I think one thing that you're really going to like is that if you get your colors right. And right just means right for you. But taking time when we get into mixing together some colors on our watercolor palette, don't rush it. So if I'm too fast for you and you need to pause, take a pause. Maybe on this series, it'd be good to have an extra piece of paper where you can really test out your colors. So I'll try to slow down on that part a little bit. But I think trying to lean into depth and the color wheel a bit and sticking away from like I want you to learn to mix colors a little bit here. So if you're just taking from your palette and you're like, I like, you know, this color, I'm going to use it. I guess I'm going to challenge you on this series to play a little bit. Maybe you like that one, but clean your brush and try another puddle of something else, and maybe you like it even more. So that will be fun for us. If you want to get a candle, we'll light a candle at the beginning, which I think is a really lovely ritual and just like setting a nice intention for time for yourself in this space. And what else? I don't think there's anything else for supplies, but I wanted to make sure you could get started. The link for the free printable is below, but if you can't get to it, they're on my website. So if you go to audreyschottart.com, there's a tab up top called Learn Watercolor. And there you'll see it's called Watercolor Flowers. You'll click on the link and you'll have it easily. Also, you'll get a chance to look at my artwork if you want to. I've got a whole bunch of artwork for sale on my website. I'm so proud of it. And you can buy artwork framed or unframed or printed onto canvas as well. So there's some really great options there and lots of sizes to choose from. So that's there for you. And I think this is it. And we will start our video series on Wednesday, June 4th. I think that's the Wednesday, the first Wednesday of June. And I will see you then.